is going on? What is going on? What is going on? My name is Eric B. Horn, and welcome to another live stream of Ask Eric B. Live. If this is your first time coming to this live, welcome. Hopefully, it will not be your last live stream. Before we even get started, I just want to give anyone who's new a little bit of information about me. I am a career and business strategist. I own my own career and business strategy firm based in Chicago, Illinois. I've written a couple of books. I've done some training, a public speaker, a coach, things of that nature. I have a true passion for career management and professional development, and I'm just blessed to, be on here today to basically give you the game. I've learned a lot when it comes to managing your overall career or strategizing in your business. And one of the things that I want to do is be more consistent about giving you this overall information because it's a lot, especially since, the stats don't lie. There's about, 38 to 40 plus million individuals looking for jobs right now. And if we are in an employer's market, meaning there are more people who are looking for jobs than actual jobs, well, at least right now. So an employer can be very, very specific and particular on who they hire, or more importantly, who they don't hire. So it's even more critical when it gets to the point where you are in the interview stage that you kill it. You do your very best to set yourself apart from the other individuals and then also make a great impression so it can lead you to, the next job interview, the next interview in the overall process, which will lead to the actual offer, which will lead for a start date, because my biggest goal is to equip, people with the skills that they need so they can either take care of themselves or take care of their families. And you won't be able to take care of yourself or your family if you are not working. At the end of the day, working is the biggest piece. And that's the core of me. I'm a workhorse, right? I know a lot, but I know for a fact one of the core things that helps me throughout my success is being willing to outwork other individuals, right? But with that being said, a couple of housekeeping rules. If you guys had any questions, comments, concerns based off of the topic today, feel free to put it in the comment box. Right now, I'm streaming on Instagram, my Facebook group, my YouTube group, and my Twitch. So I am covering 4 platforms right now. So hopefully if you are part of those platforms and you had a question, feel free to pipe it through and I'll be able to see it here, right? The second piece is while you guys are communicating, be respectful. I'm big on if I have a difference of opinion with someone, it's okay that we have a difference of opinion, but don't really disrespect, especially when we are coming out of the last 4 years of being disrespectful. It's always been there, but it's been heightened, on a national level. So, if you disagree with what somebody says or what I say, you can politely challenge it and we can have a conversation. One thing that I do not tolerate is people being disrespectful to me or disrespectful to other individuals in this group. This is a safe space so we can all learn, we can all grow. So we treat it as such, right? So what I want to talk about, what I've been talking about, I have a, job interview series where what I'm doing for the next 30, and it may even go longer plus days, is I'm breaking down one job interview question and giving you the ins and outs of, one, why they asked that, 2, why some of the things that you shouldn't say, 3, some of the things that you should say. So you just have a better understanding of when they throw this question at you, it's not about memorizing. It's about knowing the concept and the reason why they are asking you this question so you can answer it to the best of your ability. Because, a lot of people who interview make the mistake is they don't practice their interviewing skills until they actually get to the interview. And at that point, it's too late. I've seen this too many times where people do not take the time out to not memorize their answers, because you don't want to memorize. You want to have the best understanding of your resume, your work experience, and then tailor those answers to the particular job and the person that's asking you these questions. Someone who's interviewing you will know if you're memorizing everything, right? So I understand sometimes people get nervous, but the more you know about your work experience, because it's your work experience and how you contributed and added overall value, the better off you will be, right? So for today's topic or today's question would be, why are you searching for a new job? Once again, today's question is, if someone's asked you, why are you looking for a new job? Now, plain and simple, you're looking for a new job because you're trying to get out of your old one, right? You're not putting forth the energy and the time and things of that nature to stay at a job if you are looking for a job, right? However, when an interviewer asks you that question, you have to understand the reason why they're asking for the overall purpose, right? So the true purpose of the reason why they're asking you why you're looking for a job is to figure out whether the good or the bad reason on what's motivating you, right? A lot of people make the mistake when they ask them why they're looking for a new job, where they say, I'm looking for something for more money, or I got fired, or whatever the case may be. But you have to be strategic on why you're looking for a new job, right? One of the biggest mistakes that people make, one of the biggest mistakes that people do make when it comes to them telling the reason why they are looking for a new job is because I'm just looking for a job. That shows no type of interest in the company. That shows no type of interest in the overall position. And it looks like it gives off a what's in it for me vibe, as opposed to switching that particular question and positioning it in a point where you want to contribute value, or you want to discover new opportunities and contribute your value and your overall expertise to get you to to get the company to the overall next level, right? So that's one of the biggest things that you will want to say when they ask you why you are looking for a job, right? However, there are certain situations where you are looking for a job because there are questionable reasons based off of what happened to the last job. For example, if you quit for unforeseen reasons or for stupid reasons, or you got fired. A guy approached me and he wanted me to help him with his interview questions, but the reason why he's looking for another job, of course, he got fired. So for me, I dig deeper into the rabbit hole and figure out why the person got fired. No judging, no harm, no foul, but I really need to know what I'm walking into. But with this particular gentleman, the reason why he got fired for embezzlement. And what embezzlement is, just so everybody is clear, you are robbing from the particular company. I forgot how he did it, but he was cutting checks. He was cutting company checks in his own name, and somehow, some way, he was embezzling at least $100,000 to $200,000 a year. That's important to know. However, that's also a challenge on how you would phrase that, right? Sometimes it's better not to tell the exact reason why you got fired, but you may have to touch on it, right? Because you never know who's connected to someone else. You have someone that say they got let go because of X, Y, and Z, and little do they know the interviewer has connections to someone at that company, and then they find out the overall reason, which is, you're blowing yourself up because you wasn't open and honest and didn't tell the truth on the reason why you were let go, right? But once again, that question, why are you searching for a new job, is strategically placed also to give the company an understanding that based off the reason why you're looking for another job, are you even worth the risk to bring on? And specifically, are you worth the risk of bringing on? If your resume is all over the place and you aren't consistent when it comes to a job, and let me be very transparent, you should stay at a job at least 12 to 18 months, at least, right? However, if you've been working somewhere 4 months here and working somewhere 2 months here, and then working 3 weeks another, that shows that you are sporadic and not consistent, thus you may be a risk. So the reason why they're asking that question is, do they want to be another person on this sporadic, excuse me, do they want to be another company on this sporadic list? They're taking a risk. Do they even want to bring you on? Because onboarding someone and actually going through the process of hiring someone, if you guys did not know, can be fairly expensive, directly and indirectly when it comes to reviewing resumes, interviewing people, figuring out time to make your overall decision. So there's a lot of things that come with that. So this question is used to see if if you're even worth the time, the effort, the energy to even be considered for the overall position. So you definitely want to be mindful of how you answer that overall question. However, if you were in a situation where you've been working for a company for a couple of years and you want a new challenge, or you want to take your skill sets and apply them to a bigger company, those are all reasonable answers on why you would want to look for another job. Thus, make the answer on the reason why you want to find another job all about the company, as opposed to, oh, I'm looking for something for more money, or I can't stand my boss, or they were going to fire me anyway, so I might as well quit. Those are all red flags all across the board when it comes to an employer. So if you're looking at this video and you still have some type of question on how you should answer it, this is the answer that I'm going to give you guys is the one that I still use while I'm in the process of looking for an opportunity, or I give to my people that I coach. So if an employer asks you why you're searching for a new job, just simply say, I'm looking for a new opportunity, or I'm looking for a new challenge in my career. Those two things will open up a dialogue to go pretty much deeper, but it's not talking about you left your job because you hate your boss, or it's not talking about you want more money. These are all assumptions, and anyone that's interviewing someone already knows that the core reasons on why they may be looking for another job. But position it in a way where it's all about you providing value to that particular company. It will put you in a different perspective. Like I said at the very beginning of this broadcast, you have a lot of people that just say, oh, I'm looking for another job because I need to work. That's selfish reasons, and that's the best way for you to get a check mark and put your resume in the I don't think about it pile. But when an employer asks you the reason why you are looking for a new job, position that answer and say you're looking for a new opportunity or looking for new challenges in your career. Those are the best answers, and every time that you would answer it in that manner or some type of variation, you're golden and you can move on to the next question, right? So based off what I talked about, I just want to take a little time out just to see if you guys had any questions, comments, concerns based off of the overall reason why a company would ask you that question, how you should answer it, how you shouldn't answer it, and things of that nature. So before I get off this live broadcast, because I want to be quick in and out, anybody have any other questions, comments, concerns? And as a side note, if you are looking at this live stream later, feel free to leave a comment in the comment box, and I'll make sure that I'll answer that question for you. But does anybody have any questions? Let me check, because a lot of times people get caught up in answering that question. I've had to coach many of people to say, do not just say I got fired from my last one, because that raises a red flag, or I want another job because I'm sick and tired of my boss. That puts a bad taste in your mouth, and then it also puts you in the risk category, right? But if you guys didn't have any other questions, comments, concerns, thank you guys for your time. Feel free to share this overall information. If you did have a comment or a question based off of what I talked about today, feel free to put that in the comment box. So tomorrow, just to give you guys a heads up, tomorrow will be day 3 of this interview question series. So the question will be one of my favorites, and this is one that I had to learn how to answer it the hard way. Is what are your strengths and weaknesses? right? So once again, question day 3 will be the question, what are your strengths and weaknesses? And I've tripped over myself a lot earlier in my career when I was answering this question, until a mentor of mine pulled me to the side and just gave me some of the best advice. And this is the best advice that I'm going to give you tomorrow. So thank you guys for your time, effort, and energy. This is Eric B. Horn signing off. And if, like I said, if you had a question, I know I keep repeating myself. I just want to make sure that if you had a question, comments, concern, feel free to reach out to me and we'll go from there. Have a good one, guys.